Hello YouTube. Today I thought I'd give you a tour of the fruit trees, berry bushes, and grapevine that I'm growing in a container. This will be a three-part series, so be sure to watch all three parts.
Hello, it's Pam with This Southern Girls Gardening. Thank you for joining me again. I am in my yard today and I thought I'd give you a tour of the fruit trees and berry bushes that I grow in containers. First of all, please excuse the noise. I live at the entrance of my subdivision, which is next to a larger highway in my city. So I hear the noise from the highway because I'm at the entrance of the subdivision. And the crazy thing is, when I'm in my yard just working, I guess I've heard the noise for so long, I kind of block it out so I don't really hear it. But when I film these videos and I watch the videos, I can hear all of the noise, but I don't really pay attention to it when I'm outside. So I have 20 fruit trees in containers. They are all grown in containers. I have 8 berry bushes in containers, and I have 1 grapevine that I grow in a container. I did have 2 grapevines, but I lost the grapevines in the flood in 2016. In fact, I posted a video showing what happened to my garden and why I stopped posting videos for a while. But I lost all of my fruit trees during the flood of 2016. All the fruit trees, all of the berry bushes, the grapevines, the garden, everything. So I had to start over. So I've been collecting fruit trees. I started collecting more trees last summer. Well, actually the summer before that actually was the winter. The winter before last summer, I purchased a few during the winter when they went on clearance, and I just kind of sat them to the side, but I didn't transplant them into or repot them into a container until last summer. Then I purchased a few more trees last summer, and I just purchased 3 more trees a few days ago, and I'll show you those trees as well. But the first tree I have, this is a citrus tree. This is a Brown Select Satsuma tree. This tree is growing in a 15-gallon container. It's a Brown Select. Now this tree was larger. I did something really crazy last year. So I'm an educator. I work for our local school system. So last summer, when the school year began, I was extremely busy and I neglected going out and watering the trees for several weeks after the school year began. So this tree, many of the branches had died, and a lot of the fruit, it was covered with fruit, but a lot of the fruit had dried out because it was neglected. So I came in and basically butchered this tree. I cut back many of the branches. This tree, it was almost nothing after I finished, but you can see there's a lot of new greenery growing. New branches are forming. So this tree so far, it hasn't bloomed this year. I'm not sure if it's going to bloom. I may have shocked it by pruning it as much as I did, but I'm going to continue to take care of it and hopefully it will bloom soon. But this is a Brown Select Mandarin Satsuma. This tree came from Lowe's. All of my fruit trees and berry bushes come from Lowe's. Lowe's is the spot. At the end of the season, Lowe's puts their trees and berries on clearance. So that's what I do. I go and I purchase trees on clearance and I take care of them, transplant them, put them in a pot, take care of them, and reap the harvest. So next, this is a Meyer lemon tree. This container is not quite 15 gallons. It may be 10 gallons. But this is a Meyer lemon tree growing in the container. You can see there are quite a few lemons growing on this tree. Quite a few. And this tree is blooming again. This tree I purchased last summer, and it bloomed and was covered with lemons last summer. See one of the branches here, it's a little bit higher up. It's Meyer lemon tree. Now here, next to the lemon tree, this container is the same size as the container that contains the lemon tree. Again, I believe it's 10 gallons. This is a Hamlin orange tree. This tree has not bloomed yet, but last year this tree was covered with oranges. And right now it's about, I'm 5'3", so this tree right now is maybe 7 feet tall. It's a Hamlin orange tree. Now here on the side of the house, I have not repotted these trees yet, but these are 3 trees I purchased from Lowe's a few days ago. One is another Hamlin orange tree. One is a navel orange tree, and one is an Arctic satsuma. So there's something really special about these trees. I'm gonna share that in another video as far as why I purchased my trees from Lowe's. So if you walk over to this side of the yard, here is a tangerine tree. This tangerine tree is in a 15-gallon container, just like the other trees. It's a sunburst tangerine tree. If you can see this tree, I paid $10 for this tree. Sunburst tangerine. This tree has not bloomed yet. I had a slight problem with many of the leaves. They were attacked by something a few months ago. I came in, I cut all the leaves off, and beautiful new leaves are growing. It's a sunburst tangerine tree. Here is a kumquat tree. Again, it's a 15-gallon container. This is a kumquat. And if you look really closely, you can see that this tree is blooming. I purchased this tree last summer, and it was covered with kumquats last summer. It was absolutely covered. And these trees, I have them sitting on top of cement blocks. Come below if I can zoom in and let you see the cement blocks, if I can get that on camera. Let's try this one. But they're sitting on cement blocks. And these particular trees, I just have them along my patio. I just spread them out along my patio. My husband complains that I have too many trees, so I kind of spread them out mainly around the patio area and undesignated areas in my yard. So the last tree I want to show you, well, not the last tree, but this is the last tree on this side of my patio. I need to really get in and clean this out because there's a lot of weeds and things that have been growing in this container. But this is a persimmon tree, and as you can see, there are many persimmons growing on this tree. Last year this tree produced about, I came out and counted, I believe I counted, it was close to 50 persimmons. And that was the first time the tree had bloomed, because again I purchased it, well, this is one of the trees I purchased during the winter, but it was really too much for the tree, so many of them fell. But I did end up with a nice harvest of persimmon trees. So far we have the persimmon growing in a container. This is a I believe a 10-gallon container. We have the kumquat tree in a 15-gallon container. Sunburst tangerine in a 15-gallon container. Meyer lemon, I believe this is 10 gallons. We have the Hamlin orange in a 10-gallon container. Here we have the which tree was this? Oh, this was the brown select satsuma in a 15-gallon container. And the 3 new trees I purchased, I have not repotted those yet, but they will be repotted this weekend.